Alright guys, welcome back to another recap, another green day, second week in a row that I'm all green, which is pretty much this whole month, so I've been green this whole month, every single day. I'll show you the stats, a couple of stats here in a second, because it's pretty incredible what I've been able to do this month, so hopefully we keep it up, and momentum hasn't really been there. The first week, yeah, it was, things opened up, but this week, I feel like I had a lot of trades with pretty good share size, looking for that next leg up, and nothing was just opening up at all. Especially LASE today. LASE, I was able to push share size a little bit, trying to push myself to get out of these $600, $700, $500, $800 days and get into $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 days. Kind of like last year, but last year I was just, I don't know what I was doing last year, just trading recklessly, having $2,000, $3,000 winners, and then having $2,000, $3,000 losers, and then not super consistency. It's pretty close actually, win to losing rate, but anyways, that's just irrelevant. $530 today. I'm gonna go over the trade. It's pretty much two of them. Like I said, there wasn't really much opportunity. AGFY, that one I made $40 on, but it was kind of funny because I was down like $40 on the. I was $40 away from being $3,000 on the week. And so at that point, I was like, let me just try to get $40. I traded it super small. I was like, if I lose $50 or something like that, like I'm done. I'm not trying to go. I'm not gonna try to go back and make $100. But I closed that trade out. And funny enough, I made $39. So I was literally 60 cents away from making 3K this week. I was like 2,999 and 40 cents, and I was like, there is no way. And so I traded a little bit more, and I pumped it up from $39 to $43. So I got over $3,000 a week, and I'm happy with that. Don't do that though. If you're a beginner trader, do not do that, because you do that, you try to get $40, you lose 50. You guys know the drill. Anyways, if you guys want to watch me trade live, I have a pretty nice team. Obviously, it's my team, so I'm gonna say that I have one of the best teams out there. But it's not my team. It's just we're all a community trading together the market. I'm not the main guy there. We all call out plays. We all look at stocks together. We all try to help each other out, encourage each other, and just try to get better every single day. So if you want to be part of my live streams, all you have to do is click that notification bell down below. And I stream every morning through Friday, 15 minutes before market opens, for about 2 to 3 hours, which is usually all I trade anyway. So all the money that you guys see here is what I'm making in the first pretty much 30 minutes, an hour of the market, which I'm going to show you those stats here. I'll go over the trades and then I'll go over the stats, so I don't waste too much time. So if you guys want to watch me, you subscribe, hit that notification bell, or go over to tradecaster.com, which is a trading platform. It'll ask you for a payment, but cancel it because I stream free. If you like these recaps, guys, like always, a lot of you guys keep commenting, and you have no idea how much that I like that. I go into my videos and I see the comments, and I know you guys are watching. I know you guys appreciate them to just leave a comment, so I really do appreciate you doing that. And also promotes it to other people, so I really do appreciate that. And I try to get back to everybody, whether it's a question or just a comment. I'm always there replying back to you guys because I really do appreciate that. Same thing with the thumbs up and subscribe button. All right, enough rambling on, enough talking. Let's get to my day today. So LASE again. LASE is the one I traded yesterday, and then LASE, looking for it again. My main watch on LASE is, if you look at the daily chart on LASE, we have I'm going to put it up on this chart because since it's like an IPO, it won't show it. So if you look at the daily chart on LASE, we have that 5.5 resistance, all-time high, right? So if I zoom out all the way on LASE, you're going to see that we have a 5.5 resistance on LASE. There we go. So we had traded a couple of these days, got beaten down, and then started squeezing, and then had a giant gap up. And at this point, I'm like, if people are short anywhere in this area, if they shorted it here, if they shorted it this day, and then we're still gapping up, these people have to cover. And I thought that this thing could at least test this 5.5 all-time high, and then maybe go past it $6 or something like that. Just get a nice squeeze. Sorry, guys. And so that was my thinking. So when I came in today, trading the market, put in a high pre-market, and I just thought in the back of my mind, I'm aiming for 5.5. I'm aiming for 5.5. So that is the daily chart. Always look at your daily charts. Draw support resistance from there, and it'll help you out. So 5.5 right here. This is all-time high 5.5, and this is at pre-market 5.35. Unfortunately, we didn't even make a high on the stock, so this is one of those that I'm saying, I was in it early. I was in with big share size. I just could not get the squeeze, and I did pretty good at dodging a bullet today. Because I was loaded it pretty heavy, and I was like, I'm not liking this. I got out, and then the stock flushed like 10, 20 cents after that. So definitely close one there. But so stock opens up, kind of goes up to this 513, and at this point I had an eye on 513. If you look at the 5 minute, you can look at the 1 minute too, and you see it right there, right here. You see it there, and then you see the support of it over here. and then even that touched right there. So you see 513 is kind of a key level, right? 513, okay, resistance. Breaks out of it, 513, okay, support. Below it, resistance. Below it, resistance. Market opens, goes up right to 513. I'm not chasing the move. I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen here yet. Even if we would have gone a close above here or something like that, I still would have been iffy. So I'm not rushing into trades. I have a pretty good win rate percentage, so that is why. And this is why, because I'm picky about my trades. So I let that thing go, and then pulls back down. I holy crap, I can't talk. Sorry, I don't know why. I just thought the stock could go up. I almost clicked the buy button down there. I was looking at it. I was like, this is holding. That first candle, yeah, it was a big rejection, but the second candle here just could not break lower, and that volume just absolutely died. And I was like, I want to buy here. I want to buy here. But I didn't anyways. I let it go. I'm not usually the best at that kind of dips. But then stock started recovering and kind of, 3 candles here, low volume too. But then, boom, giant stick all the way up to 513. At this point, I'm like, okay, we're going to dance around 513 a little bit more. I don't think it's going to immediately hit 513 and flush. So if I get a small little dip underneath 513 and we try to get through the push of 513, then I'm at least looking to take profit on the other side. Or see if this thing, after reclaiming 513, kind of like it did here, just breaks out of 513, gets me to a 535 and 55 new high. So stock rips up, nice volume. I sniped this entry here. I got it at 506. Low of that candle was 53. So I missed it by 3 pennies, but pretty good entry. This is the one I wish I would have jumped in a little bit more share size. I'm still a little bit iffy on trying to share what's it called? Trying to scale up on my very first trade. Like, it's like I want to scale up, and my very first trade is usually green. But for some reason, I just get scared that if I take big share size on my first trade, then that's a bigger hole. And I'm not seeing a lot of opportunities. Like today, this is probably the only trade, and then ATXI. Yeah, if I would have gone red on this one, $500, there was no way I would have made $500 back on ATXI. So it's a little mental block. It's a little bit of a market situation. It's almost very, very pick A quality setups. I'm only seeing 2, 3, in the whole day. I could trade around, scalp the market, but I'd rather keep my winning percentage pretty high. So I take that trade there. Pops up to 513 again, and then starts grinding up slightly. And I have 2,500 shares, so I took 500 out, and at that point I had 1,500 shares still left. 1,500 shares still left, and here is where I dodged the first bullet. So it gets stuffed, 1, 2, 3 candles, and then pulls back down to 513. 513 hold that support, and then it pops up again to that 525. And at this point, I noticed this triple top. And so after holding 513 and coming back up, curling back up to 525, that had to break it. This is one of those again where if you would have said, "Hey, I'll bet you dinner tonight that this thing breaks 525," I would have said, "Heck yes," and I'm picking an expensive meal because you're about to pay for my meal, something like that. But breaks that, gets to 525. And then starts pulling back. And I know there's a triple top first. Looking left, already there's a lot of shorts here. A lot of buyers are scared, so they're selling. A lot of shorts are confident. They're entering short. And then we break it by 1 penny, so it was 524. Sorry, breaks it to 525, and then start pulling back. And at that point, I was like, yeah, this isn't going. So I closed that trade out. Got fully out of my remaining 1,500 shares for 515. So I took that trade 506 down here, and then closed it down here 515. Didn't get the best fill on that, so I was up almost 20 cents a share, and I took 10 cents a share on that one. Pulls back. I'm not just because of this here, I am not going to take the 513 again, because we've already tried breaking out and we failed 4 times, and then 513 is holding, but a little iffy there. But I figured this stock was going to be in a range, and we know that when you see a big wall like that, a lot of buyers want to come up and break it again, And so at this point, I was like, if I get a small little dip, the 5-minute chart is still looking good. You got that nice push all the way up, pull back to 513, pull back to VWAP, kind of ADMA tab there, and that volume was dying at that point. So this green candle is okay, this red candle is dying, and then this next one was actually pretty low volume still. So this candle here is 851, so it ended right there at 850, the next 5-minute candle. And so at that point, I was trying to snipe this bottom here. I'm taking that here, 508 again, nailed the bottom within 3 cents, 2 cents on this one. Pretty good entry, pops up after this trade. After this trade, I was up $230, which I think up here I was up $400 or something like that. $400 with 1,500 shares and dropped 10 cents, 150, so 230. So yeah, I was up $400 on that trade. pulls back down. I take that dip, trying to get back to 213. It recovers pretty nice. I take out 500 again out, so I have 2,000 shares left. At this point, again, back over 200, 300, $400 on the day, on the trade. Haven't realized it yet. And then kind of holding through this here. Only sold 500, so I have 2,000 shares left. And then this thing pulls back again to VWAP. And it just felt like buyers were in there, and so I re-added, and so now I have I added 5,000 shares at 507, so pretty good add. Added 507, and I had 2,000 shares from 508, so I had 7,000 shares on display at 508 cost basis. That's a lot of shares, that's, for if this thing moves just 10 cents, that's $700. If this thing ripped to 525 after that from 507, that's 1725, that's almost 20 cents. If it would have just ripped up to this point with 7,000 shares, that would have been a $1,400 winner. Of course, if I would have been caught in this, that would have been a $1,400 loser, almost 2,000, because this is probably more. So from 5.8 to 5, 10 cents, 10 cents there. Yeah, 20 cents, same thing. $1,500 loss. But okay, so I added there, and then it starts popping up again. Now I'm looking 213. Get me over 213. Reclaim 213 again. And 213 does not break. I mean, you kind of poke your head out of it, but does not close anything above it. And then that's one attempt, two attempts, three attempts at 213. This candle tried it again. High of that candle's 213. And at this point, I was like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna break. Just right there, I was up $500 on the ticker, maybe closer to no, I think $500 on the name, maybe 550. But it's not breaking 213, and so I start descaling. Now descaling is, just protect my profits. If this thing was to go, I still have something in it, but I don't have that big share size. But if this thing doesn't go and just potentially crashes, then at least I'm not full share size in. I can take a smaller loss, right? So I descaled almost half of my position to down to only holding 4,000 shares. And then this thing starts pulling back pretty aggressively at that point, and I sold pretty much break even, so 507, 508. So literally break even, 506, my lowest sell, but only looks like 300 shares, 509 there. So I mean, it just rejected, and at that point, the second it started pulling back down, you could have thinking, why didn't you buy it again? You bought it the first two times. Always look what's happening before. I'm seeing 513 holding, 525 holding. I'm seeing 513 holding. I'm not liking this price action. I fully bailed, and I mean, as it was falling down, I exited and instantly just boop dropped. So definitely saved myself a lot of money there. And that's why I always tell you guys, I mean, I cannot stress this enough. If you're looking for a particular trade to happen and that doesn't happen, just cut the trade. I'm looking to reclaim 513. Doesn't happen, I'm out. All right, enough of that one. I talked a lot about that one. So ATXI, other play. ATXI, somebody in my live stream this morning called it out right here. So they called it out right there, 350-ish, kind of a 5-minute flag on this one. And then they were able to take that trade there and write this thing up. I unfortunately was in the other one, so I could not take it. But even this thing still put in a nice leg. And then I think on this one, I don't know why it's not showing my entries. Yeah, so I bought the dip down here. So this thing pulls up and then starts pulling down, and I am looking for this pivot here to hold. So that's where I placed my trade, 385 there. Starts popping up, popped all the way up to $4. Same thing with the other trade. I'm looking for this nice pullback here, and then instant pop, right, all the way up to 4, and I want to get out of 4. And so this thing pops up to 4 and instantly starts getting red, red, red. No buyers, red on the tape. Pretty heavy, starts rejecting, I'm out. I cut the trade. I wanted this thing to break $4 and break a new high of day, but it's not doing that, so I'm out of that trade. I made $160 on this trade. I think at some point maybe I was also up $200, $300 on this trade, but I only locked up 160, and that was okay with me. So just one trade there, and that's pretty much it. AGFI, like I said, is just a trade that I was just literally trying to get $40 on, and I did what I had to. But high of day here, pulls back, kind of starts grinding up again, creates a nice little flag, and then I sniped that dip there trying to get the new high of day. This is the one that I was up $60 on this trade, and I locked it in and I made $39, and I was 40 cents away from $3,000 week. And so then I tried it again here for that new high of day, which I ended up getting, and I made $3 extra on that trade there. So I got over $3,000 on the week, and I decided to just call it. This one technically still is in play for power hour. So what I would do is draw this downtrend here, looking for that break of downtrend, looking for this VWAP still to keep holding and see if we get a nice pop again. But now I want to look over my metrics with you guys because this is pretty incredible. So if I go to reports, this is the only filter for the month of October. So I'm up almost 6.5K, which is 2 weeks. Last week I made 3.5. This week I made 3. I don't usually do these, but I want you guys to show you, where is it at? They changed the whole layout of this thing. This is incredible. My largest loss in 10 days has only been $185. You know, I feel like in the last 10 days I've taken a $300, $400, $500 loss maybe during the day. I think I did on one of the last days last week that I was red and did a red to green, but somehow the largest loss has only been 185. And then in the last 10 days of this month, in total my losses has been, this is my overall loss. So this is like, he's just comparing like it's not taking net profits, right? So if I make $10 and if I lose $5, I'm only $5 profit, right? But this is not telling me, hey, I'm only $5 profit. This is telling me, hey, for the whole month you made $10 and for the whole month you lost $5. And this right here, for the whole month in 10 days, 2 weeks, I've only lost $800. That's pretty incredible. That's I'm not gonna lie. I don't know that I've ever had stats like this. I know I've gone 20 days before green in a row. I think my biggest is 18, 19, 20, maybe 21 or 23 or something like. I'm not sure. I don't really keep track of that. But you know, to have a 70% win rate and only be down $800 overall, that's pretty crazy. And guys, I'm not saying this to brag, but I'm saying this to teach you guys. Look, day trading is not gambling. Day trading is not gambling. It's not luck. It's not, it's not, oh my gosh, this guy literally comes in here, closes his eyes, buys, and is making money. It's not. This is something I've worked for hard, something you guys can work for it as well. And I'm showing you results. I trade 2 hours a day and I'm up 7K in 2 weeks. Yeah, there's a lot of room for improvement. I could be doubling that. I could be making triple that, quadruple that. You also could be making half of that, but that's still, if you made half of that, if you make a quarter of that, that's still 50K a year, an extra 30K a year if you have another job at home or something like that. So it's definitely possible. Um, and I am here to help all of you guys. So any questions you guys have, you just let me know down below. But I was gonna show, I don't know where it was. Maybe it was, oh, days and time. That's the one I wanted to show you guys, but I don't see it. Oh, right here. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. If I put it by 1 hour, market opens at 8:30, so it takes it from 8 to 9. So that means from 8:30 to 9 in the morning, in the first 30 minutes of market open, in the last 10 days, I've made 5 grand. Like, that's probably 80-90% of my profits in the first 30 minutes of market open. And this is what I do, guys. If you find the good plays because of volume and that become very clear, and good setups because of volume, are all in the market open because of that, because there's volume. So those are my quality setups. After that, from 9 to 10, I made $1,000 more. But after that, things get choppy. And if I was to just not have traded after 10 this whole time, I probably would have saved a little bit of money. So I lost 200 there, made 200, made 200, maybe not. But you get what I'm saying, guys. Most of it is in the first 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. Usually in a hot market, it's still the first hour, 2 hours. But this is because I'm just taking the quality setups, and I'm not sitting here all day just taking everything that looks good, but there's just not enough buyers or sellers or whatever. Anyways, just thought I'd show you guys this, showing you guys some P&Ls that are possible with day trading. I know a lot of the times when I first started day trading, I thought the same thing, that this is not possible. You can't be consistent. You can't make a living out of it. I always tell people that I was too stupid to think that even day trading was illegal at first. I literally had no idea. I looked it up and I went on Google and I was like, is day trading legal? And everybody's like, it's legal, but it's not looked upon forever because you're stealing money from companies and you're just doing it for your own money. And I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna make money. Anyways, I'm rambling on. It's Friday. I gotta go enjoy my weekend. You guys go enjoy your weekend. Any questions you guys know, let me know down below. And I'll see you guys on Monday for live trading. So on Monday or on to Monday's recap. So y'all guys have a good one. Take care.